I think UNHRD should take a stand.
Human Rights Commission and all that have also met now recently. Council has met.
Recent development, yes.
Recent development, the last few days. And a number of persons there have resigned, and about more than 100 have died working for UN organization. The UNRWA is one of the largest executors, or let's say operating agency for humanitarian work. 33,000 people work there. And at the lower level, they are mostly Palestinian. So the Palestinian ambassador was enthusiastic, said hopeful that this ceasefire should become permanent ceasefire. And every other thinking nation has done it.
Yes.
They hope that it becomes permanent. There's nothing of diplomacy, humanity, civilized, whatever, in going and just throwing bomb on the hospitals and let children die. What kind of
yes, for that, but they have given a very different view about it. That was a mistake. By mistake, they have done it.
It
was not their intentions. Somehow,
no, then you're saying that you don't have control over technology.
Yes.
Then you are giving away ground.
Yes, the other view is like that only, but that's what the statements they gave at that time when the whole world was condemning it. And
therefore, anyway, now whole world, in a sense, you mentioned some countries and there are statements for a lot of them, but South Africa becomes important because of Africa Voice Health. And then Algiers, there, Argentina also there. UK, France, they are all part of NATO, so normally they go together, but in this case they have not. So we don't go through much of time in going through every resolution, because I think if the resolution is not passed, it is kind of non-existent and it's not on records in the UN terminology. Okay, now India's stand, of course, is wavering. They talk about the humanitarian thing, but they don't want to do anything. And stage therefore has come, and Houthis took the initiative. Houthis actually tried to sanction anything going to France or Israel or coming from there. Right? That was their sensible statement, and they've stuck on to that. After that, they have not bombed any ship or something like that. That would be a belligerent act. But the UK and the US airplanes went and bombed territory of. Somebody should tell them also, na, that तुम्हारे घर से तो क्या गया? You are not there. Your territory has not been violated, right? We have not bombed any of your ship carriers. We have not bombed anything of yours, right? Man, tera mehman. Israel has also not bombed anything of ours. और ये उसके साथ में चाचा लगे हुए हैं, छोटे मियाँ बड़े मियाँ लगे हुए हैं bombing करने के लिए.
But overall, if we look at it, their war going on in Ukraine, Russia, there are also different nations supporting in a different way. Then this Israel Hamas has created altogether. Then Iran supporting different. So don't you think we are moving somewhere where the world may soon witness nations divided into leftist or rightist, or maybe a concept like Second World War? We are again heading where the nations were divided. Again, we are moving towards Third World War, or nations divided on their philosophies or support, or maybe because of geopolitical reasons, nations getting divided.
Okay,
so the role of peace becomes important.
There are 2-3 ways of looking at it. One is that, okay, 1947, here is a matrix drawn. This is the economic strength of the nation. So USA is more than everybody else put together, because they came unscathed from the war, right, and made a lot of money.
Right.
Okay, that's point number one. Point number two is that study of history is very limited in our institutions. If only somebody would have said, oh, this Ukraine, this has happened, let me go to the history of the issue. What is it? If something has happened by Houthis, let me study the history. And some teachers are there who in bullet point can tell you. Now, if that history was told like this, our view of Ukraine war and Hamas war will be very different. Will be very different. We will see the context of that war.
Exactly. That context.
And sorry, go ahead.
Yes, please.
No.
I was only
Uh,
talking about that context is missing, so people view it from what
Correct,
is
correct.
on surface.
Correct.
What is like we talk about a iceberg. They see the surface part, but what is deeper down, they're not able
That's
to
right.
analyze it from.
Social media has come. It
Hmm.
helps to give information, but it's all unsupervised,
Yes,
not supervised.
yes, yes.
So it is right, wrong, this, that. Wrong gets multiplied, right gets
Fake
into the
news.
corner.
Right, right.
Then very few views are there. So
Hmm.
ads will be put on this program and not on that program, right? And this builds up like that.
Hmm.
Hence, unbiased voices are required. So now, what is the unbiased voice here? That in 2004, Russia moved. There was a resolution.
Hmm.
Before that, there was a resolution where they said that Ukraine will not become part of the NATO because then it becomes right next with the border of Russia. Already they have border with Georgia. They have a border with China
Hmm.
and with a few Central Asian countries, right? So many borders to manage become very difficult. They are rich because of the oil and mineral resources and also military equipment manufacturing. But manufacturing is a relatively small country
Hmm.
also. Compared to India and China, of course, the population is quite
Less.
small. But the amount of money spent on military equipment. Here, the question of assets should be kept in mind. You talk about the current budgets, right? But even if you see the one accumulated over the last 20, 30, 40 years, right? That equipment is not lying, Every year you are adding to it. Every year you are adding to it. And you have the capacity to make maintenance, you have to do another model of it, so on. Which the other countries don't have. So, on a limited point of the military budgets, which we will tackle in the next one also, uh, and the capacity to understand those weapons, the capacity to understand the electronics which goes behind it, and USA and Europe sanctioning both China and Russia and Iran also and Iraq also, that they will not get the following things. Nothing of the nuclear power plants machinery. Nothing. Nothing. Why they all have that in their own homes. The summary of it is that there is a lot of talk about global south, a word which is already, or two words which have already replaced what used to be called third world, which wasn't very complimentary name itself. Now, this one has obvious um, countries to be leaders. China is one of them. And China, through its BRI alone, and not maybe the rest of the things, has almost knitted it together already.
Yeah, China going to be the next most powerful nation. That
No,
is quite obvious
here
from the data.
Here we are talking about basically the trade part, the soft part of it. That's their trade, their ships. After all, USA and Europe beat the drums hugely by saying we have sanctioned Russian oil and we've captured all the money, right?
But it has not affected Russia.
It has not affected them.
Russian people still have the same living
not
standards.
Not only people,
government say it
Nothing
hasn't
happened.
affected them
Yeah.
because their strategic policies were very strong.
Yeah.
Their government policies were very strong.
So second we talk about using more things in the air and all that. Every now and then when we hear, I have been calculating it, total of it. How many of the drones and rockets has Ukraine, being a very small power compared to Russia, has dropped on Russia? And how many have they dropped on
Ukraine?
So you have to see the balance, no?
Hmm.
And each and every of those drones has come from outside. And that is the product which gets over, finished, no? One time Pataka was over. Hence, okay, now, so 2004, this agreement was there. It's called the Minsk Accords. We talk about accords, so many of them are there. And we used to refuse to sign it. That was only main two clauses, that you will give equal rights to the Russian ethnic majority people. And it will not become member of NATO. Because then whole of the NATO forces are on your door. You don't want that. Which country would like that? And after all, it was a gift of Khrushchev as an independent country to Ukraine, which it had not been there for the last 500 years.
Mhm.
So once you have the background knowledge, how Zelensky came into power. Before that, the guy was democratically elected. And then ask the same question, 2010 and now. No election,
Right.
democracy, right? Okay, now let's proceed further. Some people say, and research them, um, research the hypothesis, that where there is democracy, there is less war.
But it's not so. It's not so.
Relatively speaking, it is there, right? The dictatorship, either there will be no bloodshed or there will be huge bloodshed, right? And problem really comes there is in terms of power shift. After this guy who, once he's in the chair, always want to be in the chair. That is where the problem comes, because that's how you come into the chair, is by force of various kinds of people. Having said this, it has worked in Singapore. It had worked in Hong Kong also. So it has worked in what can be called city-states, but not countries. Okay?
But still, we cannot generalize it that democracy will lead to less war. Because, as you have rightly mentioned,
I have said that it's a hypothesis.
it's an
And,
hypothesis,
and
yes.
those people who research it, they say that it is true. That's why it is better. Let me tell you. See, there will be always differences because of ethnicity you come from education, from exposure, from self-realization or whatever. That rights of all the members of society are the same, right? Now, some people want to start tweaking it to be able to acquire power.
I would put it like it depends. Yes, the hypothesis may have been researched or proven, but I would like to put it depends more on the leader who is ruling. Whether it is democracy or it is dictatorship.
Yeah, that research is
the,
also there. That research is also there.
Yes.
And
I would give more weightage to leadership rather than the kind of government.
So now we see that when an American ambassador has been able to twist it, they have continued for the second term. And if not possible, like Bill Clinton, his wife trying it.
Yes, Harry Clinton trying it. Yes.
Okay, that's one. One Ford, then his son, another Ford. Between them, ruled for 20 years. दूसरों को कहते हैं 20 साल हो गए उनको. Now, if Putin's party, their party, mobilizes the votes, good or bad, then Putin wins. Where do you bring a third man into it? How can I bring a third man into it? So, the steam gets released. You have protests, the steam gets released, otherwise it builds up. You have avenues for sharing your plight, and something can move on.
Yes, to some extent, I do agree that part. But again, I will still be on that it is on the philosophy of the leader, that how they feel, how they look at human rights, how they look at their own parts, or to what extent their own existence is views are higher than the society or the citizens of the country. If they put themselves first, it's going to lead to war.